Bend couple is using skills learned as chefs to put together hundreds of bread kits to feed people in Central Oregon. What started out as a way to help locals in need has turned into a weekly operation. Jordan Williams has the story.
It is completely artisanal quality bread. I mean, that's you would go to a specialty baker, and when you look at the quality of this bread, it's just fantastic.
With the help of some volunteers, Klaus and Janet Mager of Bend turned 1,200 pounds of flour into hundreds of bread kits every week for those in need. It's called Baking Bread for All, and what started as a small operation has turned into a nonprofit. The idea started when so many people began losing their job due to the pandemic, and paying for food became a struggle for some in Central Oregon.
People really need to stretch their money, and this is one way of doing it, where you still eat well. It's a feel-good food, and it keeps you healthy.
Each bread kit contains 9 cups of flour, that's good for up to 3 loaves of bread, and 2 teaspoons of yeast, which can make up to 8 loaves of bread. And there's a recipe card. Klaus and Janet now work with a number of local nonprofits and food banks like Neighbor Impact in Redmond and St. Vincent de Paul Food Bank in Bend. Klaus is a former professional chef and also worked as the director of food service at Disney. And Janet used to own her own restaurant and was a director of a culinary school. Even with their background in food, this is the first time either of them have made bread in such a large quantity. The Magers spend about $1,000 of their own money a month to continue making bread kits. And Klaus says the reaction he sees from people when they receive their bread makes all the hard work worth it.
There were so many really emotional moments, where people got emotionally touched by this, because bread is the oldest processed food in the world, right? It's 14,000 years old. We've been baking bread our entire culture.
In Bend, Jordan Williams, News Channel 21.